Hi, Darren Hall from tradinghorses.com here again, just back to do another video. We've just picked up on a 2 mile 4 furlong handicap chase at Uttoxeter, just about to go off. I've not actually had the opportunity to do any pre-race trading here, but again we're just going to demonstrate the In Play Scalping. Usual thing, we've got the Geeks Toys software set up here. We've just got a test account here, so we're only using £50 liabilities here, and we're just looking to lay the selections outside of the current range. We've got the book reversed here, so we're going to be 3 ticks outside the current trading range, and when we get matched, the software is automatically going to fire a back bet 2 ticks higher into the market. The bets will sit in our lay stakes, will sit in there for 20 seconds. If not, they'll actually be killed. So fairly straightforward setup, and just really just demonstrate the sort of thing you can do. Like I say, very small sort of stakes here, just with a account that we're using to test a few strategies with, and the idea is that we look to trade the race probably round about to sort of halfway, or if we can make sort of around about £5 profit, then we can look to hedge that across the actual runners here. But this is quite a nice race in terms of we've got a very sort of close spread of odds. We've got no real big odds or outside horses here. So we've just gone in play now, so let's just let the market settle down, and straight away we'll just go in and drop some bets in here. What you'll see at the lower part of the screen is the if we just drag this up a little bit, we can see here the bets as they get matched. If they don't get matched, they just drop off for the actual bottom here. At the top is our current position, so that's our overall position on all the runners, and then each of the individual ones we've got red or green there corresponding to how the bets have actually got matched and the odds have actually moved at the moment. So once these drop through, what we do is we then just recycle again. And what we would do is just avoid any runners that haven't been closed out yet. We don't want to build up too big liabilities on any of those, and all the time we're just conscious of two things really: is our overall figure here, which is our profit and loss, and also the progress of the race, because once we sort of start getting into the lower half of the race, the odds are just going to be flying around a lot quicker than they actually are now, so that will give us far less opportunity to close any positions out that we've actually got there. So we want to be done and dusted, either red or green, well before the business end of the race actually happens, because otherwise we are literally just gambling there, because the chances of getting matched are very much sort of pot luck as it's going in. So we've got another cycle through of bets there. As we see the last of the lay bets that are not matched, they drop off the bottom, and like I say, we just recycle again. And really that's sort of the key to this, is just the fact that we're constantly turning money over in the market, and you know, we're not being greedy, we're just asking for 2 ticks on each occasion, so we don't need to go any more than that, and it's just the amount of times that we can cycle through these particular bets which is what enables us to get our positions within the actual market itself. So let's go through, should be able to get one more in here. So we're coming up to almost the halfway point of the race, just over 2 minutes gone. As you can see, the again the actual positions on the individual runners, and obviously on the book as a whole. Okay, so it's really the sort of favourite we're looking at here. We're trying to get matched at 4. We're just going to see if we can get through on one more there. So we can see here that we've got, it's really the liability on the favourite that's causing the issue here, because we're trying to get matched out of 4, and obviously it's dropped a lot sort of lower than that. Obviously some of the other ones will offset that, but we can see now how quickly the odds are starting to move. So the red and green figures are moving sort of dramatically here in terms of the profit and loss on the particular runners, and before we know it, then that can really start to sort of move away as we get sort of to the business end of the race itself. So you've got to be obviously careful based on what your liabilities are and what your particular stop loss is as well, relative to what you actually want to play with within the race itself. Once we get to a certain point, then we're just going to have to make our exit from the market. But you can see there how much the odds are actually moving. There's such big gaps between them as well. Very little time to sort of react or anything. And you can see there it's just flicked through. I mean, I've just sort of let that run in for demonstration purposes, really, just to give you an idea. We're actually quite, as I say, it's just a test account that we use for some of the strategies, so I was quite happy to sort of let that roll on a bit. And you can see there that the favourite was trading, I think, down at sort of 1.8 at one point, and literally we got matched out at 4, and now you can see it's back down to 1.3. So it's an incredible range. As I say, very little opportunity to do anything about it now. When it sort of gets down to this point, you are just literally gambling. So it's quite a good demonstration there in terms of being able to show you that really you've got to have whatever plan you have, and at that stage of the race, really it's going to come down to probably what the red figure is. If that's your plan in mind and you're quite happy to take a £10 loss on each particular race, as soon as it hits that point, you've got to get out. But likewise, if it gets past a certain point, you may well find that you can't even get out. So you can have the figure in mind, but you can't actually even get out of a particular trade because the market just runs away from you. If that horse had just continued, the price had dropped and dropped and dropped, then you are just literally gambling with it. So you've got to have a plan, you've got to stick with it, and certainly, you know, you don't want to be seeing the red, well, obviously the red here, but equally the red coming up in terms of the amount of time left in the race as well, because like I say, that will give you no time at all to be able to do anything. But anyway, that was quite an interesting demonstration there. As I say, it probably didn't quite go according to plan, but then it worked out in the end. But equally, you've got to think, well, on the flip side, it could work in reverse. So again, you've just got to be a little bit careful. We know some people have gone in new to strategies, and it's all about the pre-planning and deciding what your exit is going to be. Either way, exit for green and exit for red as well. So I hope that was useful, and I'll speak to you again soon. Cheers, bye bye.